everyone, it's Pocket and Pouch, and today we are here for a very spontaneous video, so if this is all not so polished, I do apologise. It will get better in the future, but today I just really wanted to sit down, especially since I haven't done a video yet this year, so I really want to sit down and just talk about something that's been going on in my head. So if you want to grab a cup of tea and just listen to what I have to say, you're very welcome to do so. I'll cut right to the point. Recently, if you have been active on my Flickr, or if you've been active on the DUA marketplace, you will have seen that I recently actually put up 2 new dolls for sale. And very recently, basically last week, I sold one of them to a very nice girl in Norway, and that was my former Fianny character, my soul doll Devonia, the lilac purple elf girl. Now, I've photographed this doll a lot, and I've really loved her all these years. Had her since 2014 or 15. I think it was 15 because that's when she came out. I'm not complaining I sold her. This is not one of those videos. I'm also not one of those people that are in two minds about everything. I'm pretty straightforward. If I want to sell something and I want to get rid of something, I will do it and I have no regrets. And it's been the case for all my dolls. So I'm selling these 2 dolls purely for financial reasons, and also with both of them I felt like I had outgrown them, I had already moved on, and having those 2 dolls now out of my doll cabinet and just looking at the dolls that are left, just looking at those 5 dolls made me feel really liberated and way more at ease. And I feel like with those 5 dolls, those are really my core dolls, the ones that I would probably have regrets should I sell them in the future. Although honestly, and I'm being brutally honest here, at this point, for me, no doll is safe because I just don't know how things will develop in the future. I just don't know how I myself in the hobby will develop in the future. And this brings me to the thoughts that I've been having, and sparked really through selling Fianny last week, through really shipping her off. Because I didn't feel anything when I shipped her off. Of course, it was like, oh, you're so cute, you know, I hope you find a nice home. There's some emotional thoughts involved, but nothing major, nothing like, you know, heart thumping and, oh, I'm gonna miss you, nothing. Like, and it's really, it's harsh because, like, before I put those 2 dolls for sale, I was actually thinking about every doll in my doll family and about how they could be on the chopping block. Heck, I came this close to selling Andromeda, my Feeble 65 Chloe, which I'm so glad I didn't, because that would have been major. That would have been a major loss for me, I think. So, it's a doll that really changed the way I looked at the hobby. Just selling her, no, wouldn't have been a good idea. But I think I've been having these thoughts and these, like, this back and forth with myself because I'm kind of, you know, debating on whether or not, and I know this sounds really harsh, but I'm debating on whether or not that BJDs really make me happy anymore. Now that sounds really depressed. I just want to clarify, I'm fine, everything's going well for me, I'm happy. I'm just wondering if these really expensive, luxurious goods that I have sitting around are still worth it for me. And if we look at the whole thing rationally, it's a reasonable thought, because there's a lot of money in these dolls, also a lot of time and effort, which I would not be getting back should I sell them, so that's another thing to consider. And I'm just thinking about it because I don't do that much more with my dolls, other than face-ups, which I don't do on my own core dolls. I usually do face-ups for other people. Crafting and sewing I don't do as frequently. I do like to doing it, but I don't do it very frequently. The thing that's really left is photography, and photography is something that I've honestly always struggled with because it just doesn't come naturally to me. For me, it's a chore and it's hard, and you can tell that on my Flickr. I mean, there may be some gems among the many straws, but usually my pictures are just portrait style macro shots, close-ups of the face, there may be some hands there, and they're not very creative. I don't know, I don't see myself really as a photographer. Maybe that's something to improve on. So these thoughts definitely, you know, questioning myself if they really make me so happy that I want to hang on to them. They are legitimate, and I have to reflect on them. So I just switched off the camera to gather my thoughts, and I think it just goes to show that this hobby is very much a cycle and a process, and we go through different phases. I know lots of people are absent at the moment. I talked about this in my previous video, briefly, I think. Yeah, and for me, it's always been about the creative aspects and not so much about sharing it necessarily. I mean, that's helped, definitely. I've always loved coming on YouTube, and I really like doing my reviews. I like things to have a purpose, and with dolls, the real main purpose is that they should make you or me or anyone happy to have them. I guess you could say the take-home message here is you really should only do things or collect things that make you happy, and if they do not make you happy, you need to make room for yourself, and maybe that way you'll find happiness again. If you ever experience a phase in the hobby where you're not happy with your dolls, you maybe should take a step back and re-evaluate your collection, maybe free up some space, and who knows, it could do wonders. Also, it's never too late to ask yourself what part of the hobby you enjoy most, and focus only on that. If anything, I hope you did find this video at least thought-provoking, if not interesting, and let me know your thoughts down below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this channel. I'm definitely not gone, I'm still doing stuff here. Hope you're all doing well, and have a happy dolly day, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!